Let me give an example of what renaming does to our native lands. What example of what might happen and what has happened in this area. In the present, there's a city councilman that wants to name a trail or something after a conquistador, after the Spanish, colonization period. Even though we're in American colonization period, we want to emphasize that this was also, I guess they want to highlight that colonization time they were in by renaming the land again to a Spanish name. And this is what it does. This place is near the lake over here, which there happens to be other people where people used to live out here, and there's rock art near it. There's native trails around it. I got some students that I know of that went to the college that Larissa taught that are now teachers themselves that use the area there to show that there's Native American dwellings, there's Native American, artifacts that are still in the dirt out there. But we're going to name it after Conquistador. You see what I'm saying? But let me tell you what it really erased, what it's going to erase. The people don't know about this story out here, that there were giants. The giants over here, near the side of the hill over here, near Lake Paris, what they would do, because there wasn't a lake back then, there was a lake on the other side that would come and go. Anyway, there was giants that would attack the village there and kill everybody and eat them. They would come running in, take the people, and run out, but there were the older people with children hiding in some of those dwellings. The shaman came around, a medicine man. Right now they call him Takwich, but I know there might have been someone else, but right now I don't say Takwich. Went over there and struck himself to a little man after he discovered those people hiding from the giant, so he wanted to help them out. So when he struck himself up inside the dwelling, he went inside the reeds, because we used to make them out of like the plants out here and the trees and stuff. There wasn't any palm trees. So as the giant would come down into the village, he would jump in. He's so big that when he went over a dwelling, his balls would go into the dwelling. So Takwich made himself back into a human, got a spear, wrapped a spear around his nuts and pulled them off. And there's a rock over there that says that that's just Takwich nuts are just laying on the ground over there right now from that fight. There are also other artifacts around it, like fertility rocks and other things. But in that particular one, there's a picture of what he cut off, etched into the rock. Like these stories are supposed to be etched into our minds. They're going to go away when you rename the area where it's at after a conquistador. So I gotta keep on telling the story before someone forgets, because that's the way we've been doing it. We even have mazes around here of our bird singing territory. We have no idea why there's a connection, but they're here. The maze where I live next to in Moreno Valley is the furthest one this way. What are you gonna do when you say did a conquistador leave that? Or did the Americans leave the gunshots that are messing up our artwork out there? Which one was it? It's just the same as the destruction that the shotgun shells did when you rename that land.